No, you're fine. I thought you were mad at me. Wouldn't be the first time probably, but all right. Let's see. All right, so we're on that same page as yesterday in this little book here. Or same section, not same page. So let's see. We're talking about the reputation piece. It says, so number 4 was, so on page 126, if you're looking at that, Elliot, page 126 says, people don't respect the computer or the telephone machine calling them at their home, and they respect even less the company responsible for this. What does it say? Impersonal tactic. So don't cold call. Impersonal ways of reaching people. We have an image and a reputation to uphold. So I always tell people, like, you gotta show up and you gotta teach your people how to do the right way. Right. There's a lot of people that have come onto our team and not done stuff the right way. And then their team doesn't then do things the right way. Right. Like, oh, I'm not going to make any calls. I'm not going to set up the appointments. I'll just recruit somebody and they'll do it. No, we talked about that the other day. Y'all remember that? That doesn't work that way. Like, can it work that way? Sure. But you're gambling at that point. Right. There's three types of people in business. There's thieves, there's gamblers, and then there's champions, right? So a thief does very little to no work at all, and they expect somehow they're going to like steal some massive income, right? And steal might be the wrong word, but they're expecting that just magically it's going to happen for them without any effort, right? Gamblers, they're like, I'm going to recruit one person a year and hope that that's the one. You're gambling. You're gambling your future on the right person showing up at the right time and magically getting plugged into the right system. And then there's champion who does the work, and when the time comes and you start winning, you step into that season and you're like, I earned that season. Does that make sense? Where you're like, dang, I should be winning. Like that. There's a thief, a gambler, and a champion. Like, which one of those are you? And be a leader that your people can follow. Right? Like, when you recruit somebody and they acted like you act in the business, will they win? That's a real question that you should be asking yourself every day. If I recruited somebody today and I told them to mimic today's efforts, would they win? And it's okay if you got other jobs and you got other things going on and because you got to make ends meet right now, that's fine. But like, if they showed up like you showed up, would that person be winning in the business? Number 5, people don't respect their friends, using them as a guinea pig. A.L. Williams leaders want to share the opportunity for security and financial independence with their friends, but never use a trick or try to use your friends in any way. So I've heard some of you all ask people, hey, can you just be my guinea pig and like, let me test this out? Like that, what he's saying is don't do that, because you're taking away from the opportunity of what this could be for them, both financially and for their income, and for, you know, what this could do for them, like as a financial game plan. Right? Don't guinea pig somebody or rope somebody into being your test dummy. Actually tell them like, hey, I have something I want to show you. I think it's valuable. I think you will also see it being valuable. Do you guys see the difference in that conversation? I just set an appointment in case anybody was wondering. Number 6, good people in communities generally don't read ads in newspaper. Part of the reason why I don't really do a whole lot of marketing in terms of like ads on Facebook for recruiting people, right? Like they're not really like, you're not going to recruit me off an ad on Facebook. Like that's basically what he's saying. Number 7, people don't respect companies that have booths at carnivals, fairs, etc., with non-related gadgets as a come on. So like a spinning wheel and stuff like that. People shouldn't have to play games to attract other people to the opportunity. If you're committed and sincere, you can sell the opportunity without fancy gimmicks. I'm actually 90% sure I'm going to that gym. We all remember the gym I told you about last week that I walked into and I didn't want to, and I said I was going to recruit the manager. Well, I'm recruiting her on the freaking phone last night, Kelly, and she's like, I can't. She's like talking. She's like, I've been trying to find a vendor for Thursday at our gym open house. Like we usually have like 300 to 400 people come through, and the vendor is always busy talking to people. It's like, I can't get anybody to show up. She's like, I just forgot. And I was like, I mean, I could come. Like, and she's like, you could go? I was like, yeah. I was like, how much is it? She's like, it's free. I was like, wait, what? So you're telling me I can literally go have a booth in the gym where people are looking for what we do, And I told her, I was like, everything that comes from that's going to come to your business. I just need y'all to like send people, say, hey, just make sure you talk to Dan, make sure you know what I mean? Just go talk to him. And it's like, I'm not going to set up like a freaking dunk tank or a spinny wheel or something stupid to get their attention. Like, I'm going to talk with the people that want to talk to me. And I'm going to do that by setting up a table and walking in and talking to people as they walk by me. Right. And I'm going to build a relationship. I'm going to comment on something they're wearing, doing, saying, whatever, and get their attention. And then I'm going to talk to them for 2 minutes and give them, you know, my digital business card or whatever, and build a relationship with them, because it's a relationship business, right? It's not a gimmick business. Like, and you know, it's like, okay, well, you can go here and do this and do that. And it's like, yes, you can, but like, it's a relationship business. Number 8, people don't respect con men, women, promoters, or other people who are too slick. Never oversell, be a real person, and be honest and sincere about our business opportunity. Number 9, people don't respect companies that intimidate them with quotas or threats. A.L. Williams leaders allow their people to advance at their own pace. They practice the principle of pushing people up. I mean, y'all are in charge of your own promotions. You already know that. Number 10, people are fed up with salespeople who use high pressure, fast talking, hard closing techniques. If you sell or recruit on the first appointment, you must make your client your friend with multiple personal contacts. And I'll just be really transparent with y'all and tell you, like, that's why our QBI got into a bad place, because I was all about the transaction on the first sale. And when I did, or on the first meeting, and when I did sell them, I personally never reached back out to them. Not because I was intentionally doing that. I was just had so much going on that now I carve out time every week to call clients. You know, and I build that relationship with them, and I send them a thank you card. Like, if it's a bigger investment or if it's a bigger life insurance policy, I might send them a gift card in there, like a Starbucks gift card. Hey, thank you so much for your time. Like, I appreciate it. Here's a coffee. And it's not to like buy them, you know what I mean? But it's to show them like, hey, you know, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. Thank you. People don't respect, excuse me. People don't respect mealy mouths or fence sitters. I feel like that's a 70s quote. One of you older people might have to explain what mealy mouth means, but I don't know what that is. Kelly, you feel attacked is what it looks like right now. You're like, don't come in. Hang on, I can't breathe.
I don't have any idea what that means either, so.
It's basically what it says under that. We sell 100% term insurance 100% of the time. Basically, be a man or woman of your word, which is a big topic of what I'm talking about tonight. Okay, so just a little hint there. But like, don't say I'm doing this and then go do something else. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're trying to sell people to 48 different things, right? Like, it's like, okay, I've got my Shakeology business, I've got my Primerica business, my Cutco business, my vacuum business. You know, and I'm going to try to sell them to all these different things. No, you sound like a slime ball, because what are they supposed to trust? How the hell are you ever going to build something stable and secure when you've got 38 different businesses? I think we as a society, just to be completely transparent with you, when there's I don't know, anybody ever heard a quote that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income? Okay. Yeah, they have 7 streams of income, but one of them gave them the freedom and the ability to have all the other 6, excuse me, that are most likely passive or require very, very little attention. Okay. And I can tell you that because I've talked to Tony, I've talked to Mario, I've talked to Ian, I've talked to Chris Koob, I've talked to a lot of leaders in this business that have a multiple 7-figure or above net worth. And every single one of them said they have multiple businesses outside of Primerica, but Primerica is the main one because that's the golden goose. Like, that's the golden goose that started everything else. And so they just use their money in other places to build income for them. Does that make sense? Like, be focused on one thing. If you got a job right now because you need a job to pay your bills while you're building this, actually build this and don't just like kick the can down the road for 7 years, because eventually you're going to get resentful, to be honest with you, towards Primerica, because you're like, it didn't happen for me. No, it didn't happen for you. You didn't happen for you, right? Talking about that tonight too. And number 12 is people don't respect salespeople who aren't committed to their company and their product. I basically just talked about that. I don't even go further on that one. And A.L. Williams We're going to be real people. We're not going to change. We're not going to pretend to be somebody we're not. We are going to be real, sincere, honest, and above board or above reproach, if you know what that means. All right. That's all I got for y'all. So I will, tomorrow we're going to go over one of the fundamentals because it's 8:10. So part-timers, y'all can hop off. Full-time people, stay on. Part-timers, thanks for your time this morning. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you're on the call tonight at 7 o'clock. Don't miss it. It's going to be a good training. We also have promotions, like all the newly licensed and promotions and stuff like that from the office in Tampa. If you're in Lansing, make sure you get out to training tonight. The office. I love you all. Part-time people, go away. I love you. Go away. All right. Let's see. Kelly. Hello, Kelly and Cassie. And my mom is still on. Okay. But my mom's upstairs also. All right. So, all right. Y'all are full-time. And what are your current monthly numbers right now? I should be able to go onto the docs and see them, correct? Let's see. Google Docs. Cassie, is Morgan alive? Is she like full-time or not?
I've been kind of briefly talking to her, but I don't know what's going on. She doesn't have a laptop or anything.
Okay. Is she
And
back?
she's still in Costa Rica. No,
When does she get back?
I am not exactly sure. I can find out today.
Okay. Let me see. All right, I took her off the docs, not to be mean, but I'm not trying to like, it's like we had a couple people on the docs for like 3 weeks that never showed up to the meetings. So when she starts coming to the meetings again and she's really actually full-time, I'm happy to let her back on. I have no issue with that. But we gotta get, like, I have to set the standard on this full-timers thing because it's been really soft lately. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And like, you're full-time, like y'all need to be leading from the front. And so I'm gonna apply a little bit of pressure to you all this month. Every single one of you guys should be at minimum 4 by 6 this month. That's not even the actual number I think you should be at, but you guys should be writing that down every morning and every night on your little goals thing, like I have on my little planner here that I use. Every morning I write down second diamond, 3 RVPs, and then I write down one of my other, like the 4 agreements. So today was be impeccable with the work, but like y'all, we got to get our activity up. Like right now, are these numbers accurate? Are your docs accurate for the day?
Yes.
Mine are, I'm trying to do it right now because I couldn't get into it. And yesterday I had like 6 appointments and I was trying to do Randy's crap too. So.
Okay.
That's exhausting.
Did you get your email so you can get in to do this?
Yeah, I'm just getting into it now, so I'll have it fixed.
Okay. We collectively as a group need to get this bottom number, this 62 needs to be over 100. Like that is critical mass of our team. Like over 100 is where we're building and we have momentum. Below 100 is where we do not have those things. Okay. Each of us individually needs to be above 15 because I promise you below 15, you will not compound people ever. It will be a revolving door and an endless cycle of you recruiting people and then getting halfway through licensing and quitting. Okay. Or they'll be here for 3 or 4 weeks because you're good at building relationships and then they don't make any money because they don't have somebody setting an example for them of what to do. And then they will quit. Okay. And I'm just being real with you. Ian kicked everybody's ass yesterday on the call, except for mine. Because he was looking at everybody's cash, everybody's activity. We are the only ones right now that are growing in that entire group. And the reason I'm saying that to you is because what we're doing right now is exactly what we need to be doing. And I need you guys to double down on your effort and follow in the lead that we're giving you and stop messing around with your destiny in Primerica. Like go freaking build your business and stop messing with other shit. Like, I'm just being real. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but like you guys need to be making money. If you want your team to be making money, you need to be making money. How do you do that? You get on more appointments. It's not rocket science. I don't care if you're good or bad at kitchen tables or recruiting or orientations. If you had 40 appointments a week, you would trip over $5-6 grand a month. in income. Okay. Like, but you have to be there. You have to get your activity higher personally, because Kelly, the other thing is, Kelly, when you come in, when you bring somebody in and they're watching you and you're like, I don't have any appointments. Do you want to just talk all day on the phone and we'll just like become best friends? They're like, oh, that's Primerica. I just become friends with my people, which you should. But I become friends with my people because I spend time with them for 3 minutes. Kelly, you know this. I called you for like 2 minutes. I'd hang up. Like, I gotta go, got an appointment. Or it'd be 5 minutes or 15 minutes in the car. Like when I can, because I'm busy doing other things, right? I'm busy building my other people. And so when you have more than one person, it allows you to have to kind of naturally build that competition of like, okay, Kelly, Josh is doing this. Josh, Kelly's doing this. Like, which one of you guys are going to win? And like, I did that with Jake too. Like, no offense, like not trying to be mean with Jake, but Kelly, I was like, who wants to win, you or Jake? And clearly, like you did. Jake's busy. I know he still wants to win. We've talked, but like, it's who you give your time to. And it's not saying you neglect your other people, but who do you give most of your time to? You should spend 80% of your time with 20% of your people. You should spend 20% of your time with the other 80% in groups. So small groups of 2 or 3 on the phone. But the problem is, guys, guess what? You don't have enough people to do that. So you recruit one person and you ride a rented mule all the way to the freaking bank, and you wonder why they quit. Because you're like, you need to set more appointments. You need to set more appointments. You need to do this. Give me a policy. Give me this. You need your life insurance. You need to recruit. You need, instead of, I'm good. I have 13 other appointments today. Figure it out. Like, I need you to set some appointments. You want to get training? Great. Set up some appointments. And how, like, I can confidently tell you that I know I'm a little bit spicy this morning, but I can tell you that that's how it works, because that is exactly what I've done every single time, Cassie, that we've put together any sort of run in the business at all. It's been from that. Like, we made $10,700 last month. Right now we're at $11,700 this month. By the end of the week, we should make another $8 grand from an investment rollover that I did, from my bonus, and from my persistency payout. I need you to understand, like, the gravity of the situation. Like, you are dragging your feet to victory here. Like, you are literally in a marathon, like about to win the marathon, and you're like laying down with a mile left. Like every time, Mom, you've done that. Like, Cassie, you've done that as well. Like, Kelly, you're still new enough where like you haven't really gotten that momentum to be able to quit with momentum, or to stop, or to get distracted. Guys, it happens to everybody. I'm not trying to beat you up. I just need you to recognize the pattern that happens in your businesses. I've done it too. And that's why I can sit here and be a little bit spicy with you, a little bit sassy this morning, because I have done it. And it sucks coming out of the other side of that, because then you have chargebacks, you're in a persistency penalty, you've got no team, and it's all on you again. And then now it's harder, because instead of getting paid at what you were used to, you're getting paid at a lower amount. And every time you try to climb the mountain, it's harder, because you know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. You're like, I don't want to do that again. And then you get there, and for whatever freaking reason, we lay down and we roll back down. Maybe not all the way, but we roll halfway back down the mountain. Guys, like, there should be, honestly, like, I really believe from the 4 of us, we could promote 3 to 5 RVPs this year. I really think so. But you guys have to be willing to just, like, we all have to be. I mean, I've already made the commitment that I'm going to do it, but like, y'all have to make the decision and the commitment to yourself that, like, I'm just going to go make this freaking thing happen. Like, I'm going to go and do it. I am going to go get promoted. I'm going to pass all my exams. I'm going to run a big base shop, and I'm going to make some money. Guys, there are people at district leader levels with the ring. Okay? District leader levels with the ring. Like, I'll say that one more time. There are people making 50% commission on life insurance with the ring. They have investment license also. Don't get me wrong. Like, they're making it there also. Guys, like, it's a decision that A, you are worth making that much money, and B, you are capable of making that much money. And it starts by you making $2,000-$3,000 a month. 1 month. And then you go next month, you're like, I'm just going to make more. I'm just going to make more. And it doesn't all revolve around money. Don't get me wrong. But if y'all were making 10 grand a month, you'd be a lot less stressed. I promise. And you would have more freedom to do some of the stuff that you want to be able to do. You'd be able to pay off some debt. You'd be able to get caught up on some things. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate when people say money's not everything, because really the reality is, like, I mean, it kind of is. Like, aside from our relationships and our spirituality, like if we don't have money, we don't get to eat, we don't get to go anywhere, we don't get to have power, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, we have to have that. Like, we just do. There's nothing wrong with that. Just acknowledge that it's true and go make some cash. Like, y'all have the best business opportunity in the US. I really believe that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. But guys, like, the activity level that we currently have is we're currently saying, like, hey, I am okay with this taking forever for me to get to RVP. I am okay with making $1,000 a month for the rest of my life. Like, you have to make that decision. Just freaking go do it. And like, I've said this probably once a week for the last 6 months. It takes 3 or 4 days of massive appointment setting to get your numbers up. So 10 a day for 3 days and you're at 30 or more on the docs. And then all you need to do is set 3 or 4 a day and you maintain the mass. Does that make sense? And from those 30 that you set up, you're going to recruit some people and they're going to take you to see people. Right. And then now you have more people putting appointments on your calendar. That's all that it is, guys. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with right now is, like, every month, if you watch the trend of my business, when I'm doing a run, when I'm on a run, which, like, right now we are, the first 10 days of a month, I recruit 5 to 10 people personally every month, every single month. And then I'll go and I'll take those 5 to 10 people and I'll find the 1 or 2 that actually want to do something, and I will train them on exactly what they need to do. I'll get them in the field, you know, like Kelly, like, we'll get on appointments, you'll learn everything, you'll get licensed, you'll build a little bit of a team. And then I have to turn it over to you, because ultimately I'm not going to build your, like, when you're an RVP, I'm not going to work in your base shop. I would just straight up tell you, like, I'll help every once in a while, but I'm not going to be the one calling your people and reminding them about meetings. That's on you guys. So you have to make the decision to go get it done. And you're in our base shop right now, so I can work with, like, I'm working with your people still. So don't not do that stuff. You know what I mean? And just go, and you got to get yourself, you need to be above 15, like, on the docs, period. Every single one of you guys have had days where you've set 10 appointments. Like, y'all need to have a day where you set 10 appointments or more today. Like, I would really challenge you guys. Like, that should be priority number 1. I don't care if you have 100 appointments. That's amazing. Run your appointments, set your appointments. Like, because if you don't set your appointments, you're not gonna have anything going on tomorrow. It's an input business. It's an input business, not a results business. The results come from the inputs, guys. I love you guys. Have an amazing